Hello everyone, Man Thrall here. Welcome to a different episode than usual. I want to go over stuff like account security. To go along with RuneScape's, account security week, I wanted to do something too also for a while now for account security. Not just for RuneScape, but for in general. And different ways you can help prevent yourself from um, potentially dealing with, hacking and stuff like that. Now, nothing is 100% foolproof, do keep that in mind. But this is ways that'll really help you from actually getting hacked. Now, first thing I do want to go over is I want to go over authenticators. Authenticators are very handy devices. And I know a lot of people say, well, I can't afford a smartphone, I can't afford a tablet. Um, they might be a lot more affordable, especially if you do a lot of stuff online. I actually would recommend getting it regardless. Um, but here's some things to try to keep in mind. If you're looking for a smartphone and you don't want to have a reoccurring monthly payment, of course, don't go for the ones that have a contract with it. Don't go for that. Um, so you want to go for something that's outright, because obviously that's what you're going for. Don't get one from private sellers. Not all the time will they be safe. Sometimes maybe they might be already hacked into, and then they're just trying to sell it. This way they can get some information off of whoever buys it. Because as long as it's connected to the internet, or even sometimes if it's not, sometimes a hacker will still be able to get into it. So you want to try to buy one that's brand new or refurbished, from places like Straight Talk. Now, okay, yeah, the ones up top are going to be pretty expensive. But if you go for, like, let's say, less than $50, and you want to go for maybe $50 to $100 more. Now, while that loads, because Straight Talk is an incredibly slow site, I do want to just, scroll down here and show you guys. Okay, the ones at the top, they were the ones that are brand new. You can see $28.40 a month just for the phone plus the plan purchase. So those, don't even worry about those. Okay, if you go for, if you go less than $50 even, you'll start finding smartphones you can get for that price. I mean, look at this. I mean, right here's one for $20. It's Alcatel One Touch Popstar, and more than likely this will be able to get the Authenticator. Now, you can do some research online first. You can go to Google, search the phone, search compatibility with the Google Authenticator, or if you want to go for Steam, check to see if it's compatible with the Steam client. Because there is, Steam has their very own thing, which I just noticed this, which guess what? That means we will be having Plague 8 coming back here shortly, since there's a new disease. But they have their own. They have their own Authenticator. It's in the Google Store or Google Play Store. All you have to do is download it onto your phone. And just make sure you're always downloading the legit one. And so you want to be as precise as you can with what is going on. So you want to say Google Authenticator, and it'll be the very first one, 9 chances out of 10. So that's what you're looking for. And with RuneScape, they use the Google Authenticator. It's very easy to use. I'll even show you guys here. See, you'll have this. It'll show you like all the different authenticators. And if you add one, want to add anything, there's just a plus on the bottom. and it'll ask you if you want to scan a barcode or enter a provided key. You could do either one, and if you select the scan a barcode, it just goes like that, and then within that little square, I'm sure by now some of you have seen those little barcodes. I mean, they're pretty much, they're just about on anything nowadays. I'll show you guys here quick. I had a little bit of a energy boost, so I had a little bit of chocolate. But yeah, see, it's just like that little square right there. That's the kind of stuff you'd be scanning if you want to add to your Google Authenticator. So, also, you could, a lot of emails you'll be able to do this with too. So I do have mine set up. I have my email set on a different phone than my one that has the games on it. I have things set up differently because I have used smartphones. So I used some old ones to mix in with this, and I have each one set up for different stuff. This way it helps boost my account security. So that's what I would recommend doing. Like, you can get some cheap smartphones, because like right here we have $20, $30 ones. This phone right here is free with a plan, so if you're not looking for a plan, you wouldn't want that one. But these phones here, just on, if you go to straighttalk.com, you can find a ton of cheap phones that will, 9 chances out of 10, be able to house it, as long as it is a smartphone. And like I said, if you want to be 100% sure, just go ahead, research, like, you see the phone name, highlight it, copy it, go into Google. Okay, we'll just go, is compatible with Google Authenticator. And I just realized the Z, there we go. Okay. And I'll have some different things up top. And you want to find different things that I must have typed something wrong because now it's not showing. But just do a little bit of research through Google and be looking for the type of phone that you would like to get, and see if it's compatible before actually doing it. Odds are, if it has the Google, odds are, as long as it has a camera, which you can see it has the camera, it has the Google Play Store, odds are it will be available with it. So that's one main thing. Like, that's how easy setting up an authenticator really is, and all you really need to do is just get a cheap smartphone. That's all you'd have to do. And if you know somebody who is getting rid of a smartphone, and if you trust them, go ahead and ask them. See what they say. Also, if you're not familiar with this website, there's also Newegg. Now, Newegg, I'm not going to guarantee it's going to be the cheapest way, but you can also look for smartphones this way. And even if you want to, maybe you could actually just wait and get their 10 super days 10 super deals a day. And then there's also the 72 daily deals, and then the spotlights. So, I mean, these are all usually pretty good deals. They knock things down pretty cheap for those sales. And actually, that's how I got some of my stuff, is I went through their deals. That's how I got my external hard drive. So, don't be afraid to actually, shop around. Make sure you know the sites. Make sure they're legit sites. Newegg, I can pretty well guarantee you there's a lot of people who use Newegg, especially people who are starting to build computers. Newegg is very good with that. But there you go. That's my account security for the Authenticator. As far as like phishing goes, a lot of people will say, well, you got hacked, you got this, and it's because of phishing. Sometimes you'll see, ads, especially when like stuff like Facebook, where you can click on it and you can get phished. And what phishing is whatever you click on, let's say a false ad, and it's actually just loaded with viruses. That's why you don't want to just be clicking around on anything you see. Granted, yeah, that kind of sucks because there's a lot of cool things you could see. Some things are legit, some things are fake. Uh, Sometimes it's hard to say which would be which. Because when it comes to phishing, it's really hard to tell just by looking at a picture. I mean, you could be scrolling around on the internet and you could see an ad for RuneScape, and you could click on it thinking it's RuneScape, and here it's just a phishing site. So you're better off not doing that. If you want to go find what you see, what you think looks really cool, just go through a search engine like Google and type in what it is. And if you want to be really sure, hover over it. Like, hover over the little icon. And, now this one you won't be able to see it as well but like, let's say, it has a little web address there. Now this one won't have it, but, okay, now there you can see it in the bottom left. You can see, like, what it is, where it's taking you, without even clicking on it. And if you're not sure if it's a site that does not match up with the description of what it is, odds are it's something bad. Even if it does sort of match up, if you're not sure if it's legit, just Google it. I mean, or whatever, you don't have to live your life in fear on the line or online, but you just want to be more careful. You want to go to sites that you do know, and sites that have been proven to be safe. That's the main security tip, is go with what you know. Now the Authenticator type stuff, again, it's not foolproof. Nothing's foolproof. You could still get hacked. I mean, being straight up with you could still get hacked. But you can greatly decrease your chances by simply just saying, you know what, I'm not going to click on that ad, or I'm not going to click on that quiz for Facebook, or all these other things, because sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And when it comes time for an authenticator, like I said, use a smartphone, a cheap smartphone, and that will more than likely be good enough for the Google Authenticator or for the Steam app. Because the Steam app is very nice, but it's in the Google Play Store, and it is the same thing as the Authenticator. Matter of fact, I'll even bring it up here. Okay, it'll even show, friends, it's currently offline. I always keep it offline. But I can always go into my Steam Guard, and my Steam Guard will always still show me that. So that is my advice for account security, just to keep with the theme of the week going. And if you guys have any questions on account security, if you have any questions on authenticators, please feel free to ask me, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can with an answer. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later guys.